You want to help people, but the idea of selling makes your stomach drop or makes it feel like it's got a rock in it. This episode is going to help you find a gentler, more aligned approach. Welcome back to She Coaches Coaches. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm Candy Motzek. I'm so glad that you're here because today we're going to talk about something that every new coach struggles with. Is this one word, selling. Even the word can make you feel uncomfortable. You want to help people. You want to coach. You want to make a difference. But this idea of selling your coaching makes you want to vomit. If that is you, then take a breath. You're not the only one. This fear is incredibly common, especially among thoughtful, heart-centered, service-oriented coaches. And today, we're going to take the pressure off. We're going to shift the meaning of selling. And we're going to help you find a way to invite clients that feels natural, authentic, and grounded. Let's dive in. So, why does selling feel so scary? Well, most of us grew up with a very narrow definition of sales. If I was to ask you to close your eyes and think of the word salesperson, I'm going to guess you probably thought of something like the used car salesman. We often will associate selling with things like pressure and manipulation and chasing and pushing somebody. Ugh, all of that just feels gross. And because it feels so misaligned, your nervous system just goes, oh, no, I don't want to do that. No, thank you. That is not what true coaching sales looks like. It's not even close. Selling as a coach is not about pushing. It's about relationship building. It's about listening, being curious about that person, and then inviting them, getting some clarity. It's about helping them understand their goals and what they want more deeply. It's about creating an honest conversation around support and possibility. It becomes so much gentler when you stop trying to prove something and instead connect, 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 connect. Selling isn't something that you do to someone. It's something that you do for someone. This is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can have. Selling your coaching isn't about convincing or manipulating. It's about helping those people to see what do they truly want, what's possible for them. Think about what happens in a consultation or a clarity call. You listen, you ask them thoughtful questions, you're present with them, you help them articulate what they really want most. You help them understand where they get stuck. You help them feel seen and supported. And then, if it's appropriate, you offer a way forward. That's not manipulation. That's leadership. Selling is a moment of service, not a moment of performance. Your fear of being salesy, guess what? It means you're on the right track. This is something that I wish all coaches knew. People who are manipulative, they don't worry about being manipulative. People who are pushy, they don't worry about being pushy. So if you're worried about coming across as salesy or manipulative or pushy, it's because you genuinely care about integrity and connection. Your fear isn't a red flag. It's a sign of your values. It's a sign of your heart, a sign of that you want to make a positive impact. You can trust that. Clients want to know how you can help them. Sometimes coaches avoid selling because they think, they're going to judge me for making an offer. But here's something that is absolutely true. Your clients want clarity. They want direction. Like they want to know, what is the next step? What does working with you look like? They want to know, how can you help me? They want to know what might be possible for them. When you get shy about selling and you pull back, clients feel confused. When you get clear, you listen, they feel relieved. Selling is leadership. It shows that you believe in your offer. It shows that you believe in your process and in coaching. And it shows that you believe in your client's potential. It becomes so much easier when you stay connected to yourself and to your purpose. So let's talk about that a little bit. Why did you become a coach? What do you want to help people with? What hurts to see in the world? What lights you up when you watch somebody grow? When you stay connected to that deeper why, selling becomes an extension of your calling. Because you're not asking someone to buy something, you're offering them a path to the change that they want. You're offering them support, that kind of support that will change their life. And you're offering them clarity, growth, and relief. So when you're anchored in service, selling becomes an act of generosity. Here's something that surprises many new coaches. Selling doesn't need a script. It doesn't need memorizing the perfect lines. It doesn't mean that you have to be charming or charismatic or extroverted. Selling becomes easy when you know how to lead a conversation with clarity and kindness. Think of it in three parts. So a simple consult or a simple sales conversation can be looked at in three parts. First, understand what they want. What's their goal? Then, what's getting in their way? What have they tried? Where are they stuck? So what do they want? What's getting in their way? And then offer that next clear step to help them get closer to what they want. That's it. That's all selling is. There's no pressure because you're focused on understanding. You're not manipulating because you're only going to make an offer if you actually think you can help them. And there's no awkwardness because you're there in service of them, focused on the truth and how you might be able to help them. You're not trying to fix them. You're not trying to make them do anything. You're just helping them to see what's possible and available for them. And then they get to make their decision. Remember, you don't need to be perfect to make an offer. Many coaches hold back because they think, I need to have more experience. I need to get my words just right. I need to feel confident. I need more certifications. But clients don't need you to be perfect. They need for you to be present, to be aligned, to be yourself, to be curious, to show up for them. Making offers is part of becoming a coach. It's part of your identity and your leadership. And it's going to get easier every single time you do it. So if you've ever said, I don't want to be salesy, I want you to know this, that fear is normal. Your heart is in the right place. Your values are strong. And if you're nervous, your integrity is intact. You're not here to pressure anyone. You're here to guide them and to invite them to get some support. You're here to help them grow. Selling becomes so much easier when you realize that you're not taking anything away from them. You're giving them access to a meaningful transformation. You're giving them a path forward to the goals that they want or a place to overcome the obstacles that they've been experiencing. You're offering clarity, and that is an amazing thing. I'm so glad that you were here with me this week, and I hope that you found this episode useful. And I look forward to being back and talking to you again in the next episode.